Welcome back. Now we're going to go over the Kahoot review. If you guys have noticed, what I did was I actually put a link on the website. I don't know how good it works. I never tried it before. For you to actually try the Kahoot on your own. So you can try the questions. It's not in the workbook. You can copy the work off here onto a piece of paper if you like, if that's what you choose to do. All right. But what we're going to do is we're going to go over the review. The review is fairly self-explanatory. Use trigonometry to find missing side lengths and angles. Use inverse trigonometry, use law of sines, law of cosines, and then solve like real life problems. Now, what we're going to do though is you are going to have to use that calculator that I told you about before on Canvas. Make sure it is in degrees though, okay? So here we go. Now, we're going to start, just go a quick little review. 1, find the triangles. Has to be a right triangle. First off, use 2 side lengths or 1 side length, 1 angle. You're going to use SOHCAHTOA. Choose whatever rule you have to use, you remember? So, sine, opposite over hypotenuse. Co, adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent, TOA, opposite over adjacent. Hypotenuse is opposite the right angle. Opposite is opposite the angle, the side not touching the angle, and adjacent between the right angle and the angle. And you use sine, cosine, tangent when you're finding a when you have side length and an angle, and then you use this when you have 2 side lengths, you need to find an angle. So, tick tock, you can just pause this as you go. All right, problem number 1 you should have done. That's your hypotenuse, that is your adjacent. Adjacent hypotenuse is cosine. So what you have is cosine 50 degrees equals x over 10. Since the variable is in the numerator, multiply by 10, 10 cosine 50 equals 6.3. All right, that is a side length. Number 2. All right, opposite and adjacent, tangent. So tangent theta, tangent x, now we're looking for the angle, equals 20 over 30. Since we're looking for the angle, second tangent, or tangent negative 1, 20 divided by 30, and you should have gotten 33.7 as an answer. Very good. Let's go to problem number 3. Ready? All right. You guys should have got opposite. This is adjacent. Opposite adjacent, once again, is tangent. So, tangent 20 equals 8 over x. Since the variable is in the denominator, here it was in the numerator, here's in the denominator, what you have to do is actually take the number and divide it by the trig function. Because you multiply both sides by x, divide both sides by tan 20. All right? 8 divided by tan 20 is 22. And that's a sine line, 0.0. Keep everything to the 10th place. Let's go to the next one. Number 4. Go. All right? Opposite and hypotenuse. Opposite and hypotenuse is sine. So, sine 42 equals x over 7. 7 times sine 42 equals 4.7. All right? Problem number 5. All right? Ready? Why don't you guys give that a chance? All right? You have hypotenuse and you have adjacent. All right? So, you're going to use cosine. Adjacent over hypotenuse. Cosine 35 equals x over 12. 12 times cosine 35. Type it in your equation and you get 9.8. You can help. Yay. All right. Now, next one, number 6. Reagan is back to help us if we need it. They're trying to do a review right now. Hopefully it's working, maybe not. All right, this one right here. Opposite and adjacent. So you can use your finger, point to it. Tangent. Down. There you go. So tangent theta equals opposite over adjacent. We're looking for the angle. So tan x equals 15 over 11. Tan negative 1 of 15 over 11 equals 53.7. Got it? Awesome. Problem number 7. You have 25 right here. Opposite. X is your hypotenuse because it's across from the right angle. Opposite and hypotenuse is sine. Very good. So what you do here is sine. That should say 39. 39 equals 25 over x. All right. 25 divided by sine 39. And you get 39.7. All right? Guys are doing good, I can tell. Next one, problem number 8. Go. All right, so no hypotenuse. Opposite. Adjacent, which is tangent. So tangent 40 equals x over 20. X is the numerator, so you multiply tan by 20. And you get 16.8. Awesome. Next one, problem number 9. There's your angle. We do have a hypotenuse, and this is between the angle and that, so that is an adjacent. Adjacent and hypotenuse is cosine. Very good. So cosine x equals 14 over 26. Since we're looking for the angle, cosine -1 of 14 divided by 26. And as an answer, you get 57.4. Any questions with 7, 8, or 9? You got to sit because you're in the way, sweetie. You want to sit here? All right, number 10. Why do you guys number 10? Ready? You're going to have a point. Right there. Good. The hypotenuse is 21. You're done already. And x right there is adjacent. Cosine. All right? Stop running this week. Here, you have the back way.
I need my point.
Cosine 48 equals x over 21. Multiply 21 on both sides.
I need one of my
No, you have to go up there, sweetie. All right? 21 times cosine 48 is 14.1. All right? Next problem, number 11. Let's go. Hypotenuse, opposite, which is sine. All right? Sine x is 10 over 16. Sine -1 of 10 over 16. And you get 38.7 degrees. All right? Last one like this is number 12. You got 55 degrees. Nothing opposite, but we do have a hypotenuse, which is, please stop that, 15. Hypotenuse, thing between this is adjacent. Adjacent hypotenuse is?
Cosine.
Cosine. Very good. Cosine 55 equals x over 15. All right? Since this is on the bottom, 15 times cosine 55 gives you 8.6. And that is a length. Okay? There we go. Hopefully you guys got all that right. That's the easy part. Let's do 3 more just to make sure. All right. Hypotenuse. Adjacent is cosine. Very good. Cosine x equals 7 over 11. Cosine -1, 7 over 11 equals 50.5. All right. Number 14.
There's a lot of problems.
Opposite. Hypotenuse is sine. Very good. Sine 9 over 22. Since you're looking for the angle, second sine. Sine -1, 9 divided by 22. And you get 24.1. Doing very excellent. All right, 15. Do we have a hypotenuse? No. But we do have a opposite and a adjacent, which is tangent. So tan 60 equals 15 over x, since the x is on bottom. 15 divided by tan 60. And
8.7.
8.7 is the answer. They can't even see you even a little bit. You're so off the screen. It's okay, though. All right. Now, I think they can probably just see your teeny little tips of your head. Here is a word problem. It says if a staircase has an elevation of 32 degrees and is 8 feet high, how long is the railing does it have?
I don't know.
All right, so label, solve. Hopefully you did that. 32 degrees, angle of elevation is with the ground. 8 feet high, height. How long is the railing? The railing is right here, so that is x feet. All right?
Wow.
So, you have a hypotenuse, you have an opposite. Not gonna help. Hypotenuse and opposite is sine. So, sine 32 equals opposite over hypotenuse. Since the x is on bottom, x equals 8 divided by sine 32.
Is 15.1.
15.1 feet. So the staircase is 15.1 feet long. Number 17. If you have a 20-foot ladder against a house, and it makes a 75-degree angle with the ground, how far away from the base of the house will the ladder be? So, 20-foot ladder. As I told you, ladders are always your hypotenuse. 75-degree angle with the ground. Is that the ground?
No.
Is that the ground?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's a right angle, so it has to be here. How far away from the base of the house? the bottom. So, angle, hypotenuse, and adjacent. Adjacent hypotenuse is cosine. So, cosine 75 equals x over 20. 20 times cosine 75 equals your answer, which is
5.2.
5.2 feet. So the ladder is 5.2 feet away from the house. Got it? Awesome. Do two more. What is the angle of elevation of someone has with the 555-foot tall monument of Washington if they're 300 feet away from it? There you are. All right? That's little Reagan over there watching the monument. So it's 555 feet tall.
I've never seen that.
She's 300 feet away. Not yet. And 555 tall. Angle of elevation is the x on the ground. So, opposite and adjacent, which is tangent. So tangent angle equals opposite over adjacent. Please make sure your calculator's in degrees. So tangent x equals 555 over 300. Tan negative 1, 555 over 300. And the angle is 61.6 degrees. Awesome. Number 19, if the angle of elevation from the top of an oil pipe to the ground is 34 degrees and its horizontal length is 45 feet, what would the vertical angle be? 45 feet, x, and 34. I don't know why I pointed here. Top to the ground, so it's going with the ground, so that's why this is 34 down here.
How many questions are there?
There's a bunch, because they are very smart students. They want to be done. We're almost done.
Like 30?
Nope, like 20 something. So, opposite and adjacent, which is
Opposite adjacent.
tangent. So you got tangent 34 equals x over 45. 45 times tan 34 is
30.4.
30.4. Hopefully you guys are doing awesome.
Yeah.
All right, now there's two of these. This is the law of sines and law of cosines. Now, law of sines right here, sine A over A equals sine B over B. Now, when you take your test, I'll even let you use all your notes. It's okay. That means you can have this equation for yourself. So, round to the nearest hundred. So, when we're doing this, the way this works is very simple. You have a bunch of sides here. So, you're going to do sine 78 over 61. Now, the reason you match these two up is angle A is across from sine A. Now, angle B is across from side B, which is x, so sine 32 over x. Now, once you plug this in, little b, little a, big A, into this equation, type these into your calculator. Sine 78, you get a number. Sine 32, you get a number. Where's my number at? I don't know where what. And then you cross multiply. This times this. Let me get this whole, there we go. These two multiply by each other. So 61 times this, x times this. Cross multiplication. These two things get multiplied to be this 32.3239. These two get multiplied. Then you divide both things by whatever's next to the x and you get
33.05.
awesome. You got it right too, right? And let's look at use sines to find the measure of an angle now. So we found side, now we have to find angle. So once again, you match up opposites. Opposites and opposites. So we're looking for angle C. So we're going to go sine 47 over 24 equals sine C over
21.
Very good. Type in sine 47 into your calculator. All right, equals sine C over 21. Now, when you cross multiply here, you get 24 sine C equals this times this. Multiply these two numbers. Divide by 24. You get sine C equals this. In order to find out the angle, you don't use sine, you use sine -1, the inverse. And then you type it in, and you get 39.8 degrees. Awesome. Two more problems to do, and then we are good. And you guys are going to all get A+ on that test. All right.
How do you know?
Because I know my class, and I know they're smart. Well, most of them are smart. Now, use the law of cosines to find angle A. So now we're finding an angle, so we're going to use this equation. So, A is across from A, B is across from B, C is across from C. Let's look at this, Reg. All right, so A squared plus B squared, C squared, BC. So A is 21 squared equals B squared, which is 9 squared plus
16
squared minus 2 Good. Times cosine A. Square this, square this, square this, and multiply these three numbers. Number, number, number. These things give you this, cosine A. Add these together. You get 337. 441, subtract 337 from both sides. So minus 337, minus 337, you get 104. And you're left with negative 288 cosine A. Solve for cosine A. You divide both sides by whatever is next to this, which is a negative 288. So you get cosine A equals 104 divided by negative 288. Second cosine, cosine negative 1 of this answer. And, drum roll, did you get it? 111.2 degrees. Hopefully you got it. If you didn't get it, just keep practicing. Problem 23, last problem of the day. Use cosine to find x. Now we're finding an answer. So, there's no letters here. We can make up our own letters, okay? We'll make up our own picture. So we'll call this A, this little a, this little b, this little c. And b and c doesn't matter. X squared, A, equals 17 squared, 23 squared minus 2, 1723, over cosine 94. So, very simple. Square this number, multiply these numbers, all four together. So you end up with x squared equals 289, 594, minus 782 cosine 94. This can all give you an answer. 18 minus this number. We're done. Don't you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Subtract these two numbers. X squared equals 872.5. Square root of that is 29.5. And that's your answer. So, that, I believe, is the whole test. So, you want to wish everyone good luck on their test?
Good luck. Goodbye.
All right, come up here. Get in front of everyone. So wish them good luck. So, I'm going to wish you guys good luck. Remember, you can use all your notes. And if you have any questions, please email me. Oh, you're saying goodbye? Say good luck. Be nice.
Good luck.
All right. Who draws the best cats? Who draws good cats?
I don't know.
You do. All right. We threw away your other cats, though. All right. See you guys soon, hopefully. Hopefully, everything's all right with you guys. And remember, any questions, just ask.